Hello people, welcome to this tutorial, and in this video I will show you how to create and customize any style of card and turn it into a slider. We'll be creating a team member card and turning it into a nice slider just like we have right here. Now this is just one of the use case scenario. You might want to use this to create product cards, testimonial cards, comment cards, or any kind of cards at all. Now, the freedom this method gives you is that it allows you to customize the card in your own taste and not having to stick with an already made slider template that might not be as you want them to be. So, let's get into the tutorial. All right, so the first thing we are going to do right now is to create this card first. So we are going to create cards for each team members in the company, all right? And then we turn it into a slider. But let's create the card first. And the first thing we are going to do is to create a section by clicking on this plus sign. And I'm going to select Flexbox. Then you want to select this row right here. And right now, let's select this container right here. If you're not able to select it here, you can always go to your navigation table right here. If it's not there, you can bring it up right here where it says structure. All right, so click on the section. And then for the width, we're going to give it a width of 320. And having done that, we're going to head over to the advanced option and you want to unlink this padding right here. And we want to give it a padding top of 100 and a padding bottom of 100. So next, we're going to select the section again and head over to style. And then for the background, we are going to click on classic. Now we are not adding a background. We just want to make sure it doesn't have any background at all. So you want to select this color icon right here and drag down the opacity of the background so that it doesn't have any background at all. And now we are done with that section. And the next thing we want to do now is to create another inner section right here. So you go to the plus sign and click and drag this container right here. And the first thing we would do is go to style and we're going to give it a color, a background color. So you go to background types, select background types, select the color icon. And the color we want to give this is going to be ED. All right, so ED is the background color. And then we want to select border. And for the border radius, we're going to give it a border radius of 180 all round. Okay, so next we're going to head over to the advanced option right here. And we want to give it a padding of 0. So you just type in 0 right here. And that is it. So the next thing we are going to do again is we are going to add another section, inner section into this. All right, so click on plus again and again drag this container right here. And for this container, we're going to give it a minimum height. So make sure the container is selected. Now make sure you have this navigation structure right here. In case you don't have it again, you can always bring it up right here. So make sure this container is selected. And for the minimum height, we are going to give it a minimum height of 260. All right, so a minimum height of 260, and now we want to add the background image. So I'm just going to select, go to style, and for the background, we want to click on classic. And now I'm going to choose an image. So I would include the image of probably one of my team members, which I already have here. Now, if you want to use this images I'm using in this tutorial, you can always check the description of this video and get them downloaded. All right, so I'm going to select this team member and I'm going to click on select. And underneath the settings for the background, where it says position, I'm going to select top center. And for the repeat, let's select no repeat. And for the display size, we are going to make it cover. All right, so now we have this. And next, let's go to border. I'm going to select border and I'm going to untick this link. So unlink it. And for the top, let's make it 180. And you can see it's shaping up already. And for the right, we are going to make it 180 as well. And now we have this this capsule looking card already. So next, let's go to the shape divider right here. So I'm going to open it up and select bottom, and I'm going to scroll down. Now let's select the book shape divider. So I'm going to click, and now we have this nice shape underneath our card. And then let's scroll down, select the color, and again, let's give it the same color we give the background for the inner section, which is ED, ED, ED. All right, just so it blends up with the background of the inner section. All right, so now we are done with this. And the next thing we are going to do is add some text right here. So again, let's head over to the plus sign. And I'm going to drag in this heading right here. So I'm just going to drop it underneath the card. And right here, you can type in the name of this team member, which could be, let's name our Jenny Jones, and go to style. And now let's make it centered. All right, so this looks okay. Now head over to typography and go to style. And now let's select normal. Now there's a reason we are doing this. There's no, it's not showing any effect, but there's a reason we are doing it. All right, so now let's head over to the plus sign again. We want to add a description, probably a description of this team member, and go to text editor, drag in this text editor right here. And then I'm going to head over to style and make it center aligned as well. Now I need some spacing around this inner text. So I'm going to go to advanced and unlink this padding first. And then for the right, let's make it a padding of 30. And for the left, let's make it a padding of 30 as well. All right, so this is shaping up, but we are not there yet. The next thing we want to do now is also go to the style for this text editor and also go to typography. And for the style, we're also going to make it normal as well. All right, so now another element we're going to add is a button. So in case someone wants to learn more about these team members, they can easily click on the button. So again, head over to the plus sign and click and drag the button icon right here. All right, so I have my button here, but I want it center aligned. To do that, go to style and I'm going to select center. All right, so I have it centered, but I need this to be in this shape. All right, so to do that, let's head over to the advanced, make sure the button is selected. And for the margin, I'm going to untick this margin and give it a margin bottom of 40. All right, so basically that gives it some spacing underneath the button. This button, let's make it rounded. To make it rounded, I'm going to select the button again, go to style. Now I'm going to scroll down to border radius. Now let's give it a border radius of 20. All right, so that basically makes the button rounded. And now again, let's go to the typography for the button and go to style and make it normal. All right, so for the content, let's change the click here to learn more. So probably we want someone to learn more about this team member. All right. So the next thing we are going to do just before we turn this into a slider is change the color of this button. Now I want to make it red, and then when someone hovers over it, it turns purple or blue or bluish color. And to do that, you also want to make sure the button is selected. Now head over to style, and under the normal state, you are going to select the color right here. And I'm going to paste in this code, which is F2295B. All right, so in the normal state, we have this pinkish color, and in the hover state, I'm going to select this hover button right here, and I'm going to select color. And again, I'm going to use this color code. I'm going to paste this color code right here, which is 7456F1. All right, so that is the hover color. And now you can see if I hover over this, it changes this color. All right, so we are done creating the cards. And one more thing just before we duplicate and create other cards as well, I want us to add a subtle background, a subtle shadow to this card. All right. And to do that, we are going to select this second container right here. So go to your navigation, select the second container right here, and let's go to style right here, and then you want to scroll down to border. I'm going to click on border, and then for the box shadow, let's open that up. And now you can see we already have some shadow right here, but this is too harsh. Let's make it subtle. All right, so for the blur, we are going to make the blur 34, and for the spread, let's make it -1. Now the shadow is still harsh, so let's reduce the opacity. And to do that, click on this icon right here, and I'm just going to dial it down to 28. Yeah, 28, and I think I'm fine with this. And now you can see we have this right here, and now we have our card. So that is how you create your card. All right, so now that we're done creating this card for this particular team member, now we need to replicate these processes for other team members. So we're going to also change the pictures, change the images for each team members. But before we do that, we are going to save this particular design of Jenny Jones as a template. And now let's do that. To do that, first, we are going to remove the padding we have given this section right here. So click on this section, this main section right here, and go to advanced. Now let's remove this 100 and also remove the bottom 100 as well, so that there is no padding at all around this element. Now the next thing we want to do is also select on this section right here, right click, and now select save as a template. All right, so click on save as a template, and let's name this team card 001, which is for Jenny Jones. All right, and I'm going to click on save, and now we have this team card saved already. That's the first design we have made. All right, so the next thing we are going to do now is to create the cards for the other team members as well. All right, so having saved this, let's create the card for the next team member, and basically we're just going to change the picture, the name, and that's just it. All right, so to do that, let's select this third container right here, and now let's go to choose image. So basically we're going to swap the image. I'm going to go to uploads, select this, and this is the picture of the next team member. I'm going to click on open, and I'm going to select, and now just like that I have his picture. So I'm just going to change his name. So to do that, select the heading one, and I'm going to name him Marcus Hale. All right, so that's his name. And now we have the second team members card created. And now we're also going to save it just like we did the first one. So to do that, right click on this section and click on save as template. And I'm also going to name this team card 002 and click on save. All right, so I have it saved, and now let's do that and create another team member. So again, select this container, select the third container right here, select choose image, go to upload files, and then let's bring in the third member, which is this lady right here. And I'm going to click on open and select. All right, so I have a picture, and again, let's change her name. Let's name her Mary Jane. All right, so I have Mary Jane's card set. And again, right click on this section, save as template, and let's name it team card 003 and click on save. All right, so we have one more card we have to create. And again, let's select this container, or you can always click on top of the image right here, or go right here and click on this container. Again, select choose image and go to upload files. I'm going to pick up this file, and here is the third team member. and I'm going to open it up and then click on select. And yeah, I'm also going to change his name. Now let's name him John Doe. So this is John Doe. And again, we're going to save this card as a template as well. So right click on top of this section and select save as a template and name this team card 004 and click on save. All right, so now we have successfully created the cards for the 4 team members we have, and now let's change these cards into a slider. All right, so to do that, there's a plugin we are going to be using. So now let's head over to the back end of our website, go to plugins, and I'm going to click on add plugins right here. So the name of the plugin we're going to be using is Unlimited Elements. So just type that right here, and this right here is Unlimited Elements. So you want to click on install, and when it's installed, you want to click on activate. All right, so I'm going to skip this, and when that is done, select the unlimited elements right here at the dashboard. And now let's head over to widgets. So select widgets. All right, so right here, I'm going to search for content carousel, which is this one. And if you can't find it, you can always come to the search bar right here and type in content carousel, and the widget should basically pop up. So this is content carousel. So what you want to do now is click on install, and that will basically install it on your Elementor page builder. Now that we have done that, let's head over to our Elementor page builder. And now what we are going to do is reload this page. So I'm going to click on reload. All right, so you might want to click on publish first before you reload. So after doing that, let's click on reload, and that should basically bring in the content carousel elements on our Elementor page builder. All right, so now our page is reloaded, and now we can get rid of this section because we have saved all the team member cards that we have created. So I'm going to click on this cancel icon right here, and now let's start afresh. So now we want to create a slider that has our team members card, which we have created. And the first thing we are going to do is to click on this plus sign, select Flexbox, and let's select this row right here. And first, let's click on this section, and I want to make it a minimum height of 100 VH. So I'm going to come right here and for the select VH instead of pixels, and let's make it 100. All right, so that basically give us 100% viewport. And now we want to add the carousel we've just installed on this page, on this section. So let's head over here, click on the plus sign, and let's search for content carousel, which is this one right here. So I'm basically going to drag and drop this right here. And by default, you can see we have this default carousel right here, but this is not what we want. And you can see it is not styled as we want, which is one of the importance of this tutorial we are doing, because we want to shape it and customize it to our own taste. All right, so now to bring in these cards right here, the first thing we are going to do is head over to items, and I'm going to first delete all these items right here because we do not need them. And let's leave this one. So first, I'm going to get rid of this title. Let's delete this title, and also let's delete this image as well. And I'm going to also get rid of this text inside of here. So I'm going to scroll down, select layout. All right, so under layouts for the show button, we're going to tick this and make sure the button is gone. So we don't need the button. And something else we are going to do is also go to general and autoplay. We want to make sure it autoplays. So make it true, select true. And now we don't have a carousel at all. So now let's add in the carousel, the cards we have created. So go to items, And for the item one, I'm going to click and open it up. And right here where it says source, we're going to open that up. And now let us select template. All right. So click on template right here. And basically, what this allows you to do is that it now brings up all the cards we have saved. Now you can see we have team card 1, team card 2, team card 3, and team card 4, which are all the cards we have designed earlier on and saved as a template. All right, so for the first one, I'm going to select team card 1. And now you can see I have team card 1 showing up right here. All right, so now we have the card showing up right here. Now I don't want it to have any background at all. So let's head over to content. And for the content background, I'm going to dial down the opacity so that we don't have a background at all. All right, so now it is dialed down and basically we've gotten rid of the background. So now that is cool. All right, so the next thing we are going to do is to add the other cards that we have created as well. So let's head over to contents and go to items. Now let's just duplicate this a couple of times, make it 4 items. All right. So now the next item we are going to right click and also come right here to the source. Select this drop down. Now let's pick 2 for the second one. So that brings the second card we have created, which is this guy right here. And then again, let's go to item 3 and I'm going to come down to the source. And now let's bring in 3 and that's going to be the third lady right here. And again, for the fourth one, let's come right here, select the fourth card, and that is going to be the third card we have created. All right, so guys, now you can see we have our sliders and you can see they are basically um, now turned into sliding carousels, which is cool. All right, so the next thing I want us to do is to change the background for these cards. And to do that, let's head over to the container. So I'm going to select the container right here, or you can click on this section right here and go to style. And then we're going to make it a gradient background. So I'm going to click right here. And for the first color, the first gradient, I'm going to give it a color code. So I'm going to click on this icon and give it this color code right here. And that is 7456F1. All right, so I have this color code and basically that changes the background of my cards. And guys, you can see this looks pretty cool. Now, I don't like that this arrow, these navigation arrows are up here. So let's bring them right here. So how to do that is by clicking on this content carousel, or you just click on top of it right here. And what you want to do is go to style, and I'm going to scroll down, and right here where you see arrows, let's click on top of it. And now we have some settings to play with right here. All right, so the first settings we're going to do right here is to change the arrow spacing to -60, and that brings it back right here. And then for the arrow position, let's make it 500. All right, so now we have this arrow showing up right here. So for the radius, I want us to make it rounded. Okay, so let's give it a radius of 50. And now you can see we have our arrow. I'm just going to move this so that we can see it better. So we have our arrow rounded. So if I open it up now, you can see we have a rounded arrow. All right, so the next thing I want us to do is to change the background size. So let's make it 50 as well. So that basically makes it smaller, and also the arrow icon size, I'm going to reduce it to 15. All right, so guys, you can see we have our cards now turned into a slidable carousel, and people can come to your website and also scroll through the team members. And also we have these dots right here, which is also navigatable by the visitors on your website. So just before we wrap up this tutorial, there's one style we could also add to even make this even more smoother and nicer. So what we're going to do now is head over to the item right here. So under items, I'm going to select this item scale and let's put in 0.84. All right, so now we have 0.84 and let's see what that does. So now you can see when this slider scrolls, you can see this gets bigger. The first one right here gets bigger, and then we have a smaller one right here. So that is what that does. And you can see it adds some sort of dynamism to the carousel. So guys, that is how you create your sliding card on your WordPress website using the Elementor page builder for free. Now, remember, this is just a use case scenario. You can apply this to whatever kind of cards you want to create on your website. And basically, it allows you to design the card anyhow you want it and turn it into a slider so that you don't have to depend on the pre-made templates of the sliders you have to work with. All right, I hope this video has been pretty much helpful. If it is, please like this video and get subscribed to the channel. You will really be helping me to create more content like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.